The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. Complete to Bryant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Mike. 258. Over. Check 50, check 50. Easy.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
X3, 218, jump. Jump out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The leg work there, getting him the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
11. Watch twins. 49. Got it.
Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, man. Hey, South. Watch the boot. Kill. Get up.
Here's Ryan to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
51, South. Hey, Tuesday.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's to his running back, complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch the ship. 22-jet bomber. Ship. 54.
Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to McCaffrey. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's got the tight end, Sternberger. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And a Packer 1st down.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Rodgers going to throw deep for the end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
21. Hey, Delta.
Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
20, 20. Go.
Now Ryan on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pass movement.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers to throw again. It's caught by OBJ. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
We got this.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They toss to Freeman. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The throw to the middle taken in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, If you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. We'll see what happens.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Space to maneuver at the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Odell Beckham, 40 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, wahoo!
Ryan. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by Hooper. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline good with a PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Down, ready, X 25, 21.
I'm coming after you. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Protein spill.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Wait, wait, wait.
Sponge.
Wait.
No. Jim.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to...
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Rodgers going to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
319.
54 Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Check 4.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers dancing to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
45. Mike, 45. Come on, the ball.
On second and goal. Rodgers buying time to his left. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are able to regain the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go. Mike's 4-2. Mike's
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one goes for 36 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
88.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready, ready. Check line 54, line 54. I'm coming. Let him go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
25. 21. Back. Watch it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. Down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. To throw is Ryan. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Grady Jarrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just had one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers again now. Forced out, and the Packers are in for the score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 51, Sam! Mike's 42. Check. Here we go. Hey, 59, ready. Check your hot read.
Hey, high 7. 85,
Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The 20. 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Touchdown, defense.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 34, Panthers 29.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. And I know